Welcome, everyone, to the Hardin Local Weekly podcast and Happy New Year. I'm Rachel Brantingham, and I'm so excited to be here with you for our very first episode of 2026. We've got a great show for you today to kick off the new year. John is going to walk us through some fantastic local events happening this week. Nate has business news updates, and I'll have your weekly housing market update. It's going to be focused, informative episode to start off 2026 right. But first, I'd like to introduce our amazing co-hosts. So Phil Taul, he is the creator of Hardin Local. We've got Scott Lucas, he is my co-host extraordinaire. We've got John O'Brien, he's our events guru. Nate Bryan, our business news expert. And I am Rachel Brantingham, your host and your Hardin County housing market expert. A few notes before we dive in. Britten and Michele are taking this week off, so we won't have our experienced eater segment today, but don't worry, they will be back next week with another delicious review. Today, we're keeping things focused on what's happening in Hardin County, events, business news, and real estate. So let's start 2026 with clarity and intention. Before we dive in, let's make sure everyone knows how to stay connected with us. I know I mention this every week, but I just want to make sure you know we are located on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you enjoy listening or watching podcasts on those platforms, please follow us. And if you don't, but have a friend or family member who does, please invite them to follow us. You can find all the links that we discuss on our podcast, also that are shared on our social media at hardinlocal.com. And you'll also find a link tree with all of our social channels. So you'll make sure to follow us each individually. Follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on Facebook, please hit the follow button right now. And of course, we love to engage with our audience throughout the podcast. So make sure to drop your comments, questions, event news, business news. We want to hear it all. We'll bring those up during the podcast and try to respond live time. We love hearing from you, and we try to share those responses before we wrap up. Make sure to hit the share button. We want to connect with your family, your friends, and neighbors, and anyone who loves Hardin County as much as we do. All right, guys, you ready to jump in? Perfect. Scott, I'll let you kind of take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. So I just wanted to remind everyone of a great event that's coming up on January 14th. Okay. Mark that
Next
on your
week.
Google calendar.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it's the Insights and Impacts 2026. This is a partnership between us, Hardin Local, and the Youth Professionals Network of Hardin County. And we're going to be doing this at the Tequila House. So this is going to be a great event. Make sure you want to come out. We do have a donor who will be matching every dollar raised up to 10 grand. I like saying that number, 10 grand. So that's going to be really good for a good cause. So this is going to be huge for the community. And you can find all the details at hardinlocal.com. Again, this is going to be a great event to start the month off. We're going to bring together the young professionals, the business leaders, community members. So this is open to the public as well, obviously. So this is not just limited to business owners or leaders. Come out and we can discuss what's ahead for Hardin County this year. And again, we'll have some great speakers. I don't know who all is definitively speaking, but there's a lineup going on. We'll have a lot of networking opportunities and a silent auction. Now, I do understand that we have tickets available, and we are still seeking silent auction item donations. So if you or your business would like to donate an item, this would be a great way to get some visibility, great marketing. You can't get too great of a marketing, just giving away some stuff. So it's also a great way to support the young professionals in our community. So you can find out more ticket information and details at hardinlocal.com, or you can reach out to the Youth Professionals Network of Hardin County directly on the social media pages. But again, this is going to be next Wednesday, January 14th. And I believe it starts at...
I think it's 6 to 8.
6 to 8. So yeah, great way to come out. Mark it on your calendar today. And we will see you next Wednesday. So with that being said, Phil, what you got for me, my man?
Yes. So this is another special announcement on Friday of this week. I'll be doing, and I don't know who else will be joining me. from our team, but I'll definitely be there with Hardin County government. We'll be live streaming Friday at 1 p.m. We do this once a month, and this is our first season. We meet with different department heads each month. So this month we'll be meeting with the sheriff's office and talking with Sheriff Ward, and also Bryan Walker will be there as well. So if you have any questions for Sheriff Ward or the sheriff's office, please let us know. You can drop them in the comments today, or you can message us a private message. You can also find my contact information on hardinlocal.com, and you can email me any questions you'd like us to ask on Friday.
Super exciting. I'm excited about that event, Scott. I'll be supporting as the MC for that evening. So Make sure to grab your tickets, guys. You'll want to come out. That'll be a fun night. So, all right, before we jump into the events, of course, we always like to start with an icebreaker question. This one's kind of fun, guys. Okay, so what's the fastest you've ever broken a New Year's resolution? And if you don't mind to share, what was the resolution?
Mine was like resolutions, so it's more goals.
Well, we're talking about any time in your past before you got graduated. The goals, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mine lasted like 4 hours. So
4 hours. What was that?
Are you going to tell us what it is, Nate?
I was going to cut back on sodas, and I just needed the caffeine. I'm weak.
That's real.
I think there was one year I was gonna really quit smoking cigarettes, and I think I lasted for 2 days. 2 days.
That's fine.
Better than 4 hours.
I feel like mine every single year is like this weight loss goal. I'm gonna get like abs or something. And I always start off really, really hot and heavy, and then somewhere in like the middle of January, I'm like, screw it, I like to eat, and I really don't like the pain and suffering that comes with working out. So it is what it is.
Like, I'm pretty sure when I drove by the other day at Planet Fitness, people were parking at like Peddler's Mall and like Valvoline to walk over there. It's like, yeah, this isn't going to last.
Oh, we got to be more optimistic than that, Nate.
It's been there for a while. It's been there for a while since they expanded. It's packed in there, so I think that's a normal thing right now. If you hit it at the right hour, it's going to be just ridiculous packed over there. Even when I go usually around 7 in the morning. It's halfway over there at that time.
I don't
Usually,
I expect them to be busy. I mean, but like that was like Black Friday at the mall type of thing.
Now, John, did you start your 75 hard?
I'm going to start on February 1st because that gives me exactly 75 days before my birthday to get it done. So no excuses if I can't mess up. So that's give me zero excuses to break that. So yeah, February 1st is the go day.
I'm excited.
Nice.
I know any of the things that I've set up to do this year, they don't start till January 15th. I refuse to do anything January 1st because it's just asking for it not to work out.
4 hours.
I think one thing I have figured out is I have resolutions and goals, right? But I think one thing I figured out is to make them small enough and create a plan around how in the world I'm going to be consistent at it ongoing, right? So otherwise, it's bound to fail.
It's just like how you eat an elephant. And how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time, exactly.
That's right.
Well, audience, make sure to drop in the comments, what are your goals? What are your resolutions? And then we'd love to hear how fast some of the resolutions you've made in the past have failed. So at least it makes all of us feel better. You're not alone. I promise you, we have all done it. So, hey, Nate lasted a whole 4 hours. So can anybody do that? I'd love to know how.
So 5 hours.
All right.
Nate, yay.
Well, I once again want to thank today's episode sponsor, TechTel. TechTel is a local technology company right here in Elizabethtown that helps businesses run smoother and stay secure. They specialize in business, phone systems, cybersecurity, and practical AI tools that reduce complexity and stress for growing companies. If you'd like to learn how TechTel can help your business, just comment TechTel on this video or visit hardinlocal.com for details on how to get in touch. And yes, of course, you can always message Phil directly since he's a partner at TechTel. All right, let's jump into local events. John, we're starting the new year strong. What's happening around Hardin County this week?
Well, right now I'm sitting over here looking at them take down the Christmas tree. So if you didn't come see it before, guess
Mm,
what? It's done. It's the
oh,
last little bit at the top of the greenery is there, and the star is still there. But they're working pretty good. Like I said, they got it up in one day, and they're taking it down in one day. That's a great feat.
that is.
I don't think it's happened that way since I've been downtown here working at BBT. So that's awesome. But other than that, we got some things going on downtown and in the area. Whiskey night tonight at Burn Barrel Tavern. So come on out and check out some really good deals on some high priced whiskey that will have affordable priced. Cosmic Golf is starting their winter simulator kickoff party tonight for the women. 5 to 7 tonight. If you're thinking about joining the league, if you're already in the league, if you're just wondering what is the league, come on out, check it out. It's a little party to kick it off. They'll answer some questions. There's no commitments tonight. Just finding out what's going on and see if it's the right fit for you, or if you just want to maybe do other things on other nights. But it's going to be a fun time for the ladies out there, not on the links, but inside, hitting some balls. Tomorrow we've got the Wellness on Wheels, Baptist Hardin, Health Hardin. It's going to be at the Lakeside Worship Center from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you want to stop in there, have them check you out. That's a good place to do it. Thursday is the men's kickoff league. Same thing out at Cosmic Golf. If you want to be part of this league, if you're already part of the league, if you want to be part of the league, if you don't know what the league is, they'll clue you in. They'll let you know what it is. If you don't have golf clubs, I bet they could even help you out with that. Everything's out there. Check it out. It's a good time. I've used those simulators out there, and I really enjoyed it. I think that it's a fun time. I can't commit to every Thursday on that, I don't think, but it'd be a good time.
Hmm.
Karaoke is happening at BBT on Thursday, so come on out to see DJ Jimmy doing a little karaoke, sing for us. Let's hear those beautiful voices. I think Keith Tall said something. What he's got up there, Phil?
I think it's Keith and Megan Tall, so it could be either my
Yeah,
mom or my dad, saying they hope to read through the Bible this year as one of their resolutions.
That's awesome.
there you
Accomplished it
go.
last year. It's a good one.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
very
comment,
nice.
parents.
Also on Thursday, got a little taste of history at the Revival Vintage Spirits here in E-Town. The event starts at 5 p.m. It's a 1962 Old Granddad Bottled in Bond. It's a historic pour. Come on out. It's $10 for a half ounce. And actually, one of the co-founders that is not from the area, but it will be in the area, Brad Bonds will be on hand to kind of talk about some old whiskey and kind of all those things that are going on. So that's down there on Helm Street, 220 Helm tomorrow or Thursday at 5. Friday, we've got the Cousins Maine Lobster. All right. It's good stuff. Again, skip the line if you can. It's going to be at 135 East Lincoln Trail Boulevard, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday. And also, guess what? Cosmic Golf. This is the couples league. All right. So you got your women done, the men done. Now it's time for the couples to get in there. If you've signed up, again, if you haven't signed up, if you're interested, check it out. Good place to find out if it's the right fit for you and if that's something you want to do for the winter time here. Also on Friday, John Langley will be playing live here at Bourbon Barrel Tavern. If you haven't seen him, he puts on a wonderful show, and it's a little rock, a little country, a little mixture of all that stuff. So come on out if you're 21 and up, and listen to him play and have a couple drinks. Saturday, Cecilia Valley PTO Spirit Day at Malibu Jacks, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So head out there. I love Malibu Jacks. The laser tag's really fun because you kind of got the team action going on, but also it's solo as well. You can do it either way. And then also that mini golf inside there is a fun time. I like hitting up the mini golf. I'm a better putter at mini golf than I am on the golf course, which is weird because there's obstacles, but I'm better at figuring out the obstacles than I am a flat plane for some reason.
I like that course except I think it's hole 11. Is it the hill one? The small one?
Uh
It's a hill. I don't think I've gotten anything less than a 4.
huh. It's a hard one for sure. You got to get it just right.
There's no give. I hate
And
that.
I tell you what, that number 18, which is just the Gibby, I got a 2 on the last time. And I don't know how I did that, but like it's the one that everybody gets a hole in one on. But I got a 2. Uh, I mess up sometimes. It's all right. And dealing with that, Mental Love Day coming up here. It's going to be at Lincoln Trail Boulevard in Radcliffe. The host is the TKT Jewelry Associates, an event where women who may struggle during after the holidays with depression, a place to meet and greet and socialize, offers help create love and caring environments. The cost is 25 per person. And there'll be a drawing as well as refreshments will be provided. The Hormone Harmony Kitchen is going to be at 11 a.m. And that site is going to be the 1483 North Dixie Boulevard, Site B. Host is the Clean Good Eats, the restorative winter workshop for women to help ready with support of thyroid, adrenal, and hormone balance through food. You'll cook 3 warming, nourishing meals and using simple winter ingredients designed for real life, real energy, and real results. In this class, you'll create 3 breakfast dishes and learn how to clean swaps, explore blood sugar and energy balance, and enjoy your meals in the community. A cozy, uplifting way to bring new life to your morning plate. $79, and we have a link on our page, so make sure you go there to sign up for that.
I can make cereal and toast.
I mean, those are
Possibly
important
coffee.
ones, you know.
I know
I
how
know,
to
I
boil
can-
water.
I can cook the bacon in my cast iron skillet and then fry the eggs. I bet you that's super, like, right what they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Apparently, I make cereal wrong, so
Do you put the milk in first? See, there you go.
I do like my cereal milk. I mean, especially with Cinnamon Toast Crunch for Fruity Pebbles.
Use butter or oil.
I like the name of that event too, the Hormone
Yeah.
Harmony
Yep.
Kitchen. So those are like 2,
Catchy, I like
Hormone
it.
and Harmony. Those are some, I like it.
Very cool. Also, we've got DJ Jimmy on the 1s and 2s on Saturday at Bourbon Barrel Tavern. So again, if you're 21 and up and you like to dance, come on in and have a good time. And live music out at Cosmic Golf is going to be going on 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. Antoine Bailey will be out there. I haven't caught him, but I'm sure it's a good time.
It sounds like a good time. Okay, but before we move on, I want to make sure we highlight this ongoing opportunity from the Hardin County Public Library. John, you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Definitely, I will. So the Hardin Public Library is doing a call to all artists inspired by a book. So you need to have some piece of artwork inspired by a book, and you present it, and they will allow 1 submission per person or 1 poem per person, no larger than 12 by 12 by 12. So I guess sculptures are allowed too, because that's in 3 dimensions there. So sculptures are allowed. Just don't make sure it's over a foot by a foot by a foot. The drop off deadline is the 22nd, and the art show will be on the 29th. So that's a pretty cool little idea there. Again, art, inspired by books.
I think that's super cool. I am not much of an artist. I draw stick figures, but if you are, I'd love to see your work. So I want to attend just to see what they've drawn. But okay, so question for you, John. The Taste of History event at Revival. I've never been to one of those. Have you been to one of those specialty pours before?
I have. So they're very interesting because, I mean, there you go. Nate did it. Nate knocked
Nate,
it out
that's
of the park.
better than mine, actually. I feel like we should have a drawing contest.
You just need to draw a big peach next to that, Nate.
I'm so bad.
I
The
just
Hardin
wanted
Local
to
Drawing
have a
Contest.
drawing then.
Oh yeah.
Who was that?
So vintage pours are really interesting because depending on how they were stored after they were purchased will change how it tastes.
Okay.
So Vintage Revival and other places like them, they buy from sellers who have had this passed down to them possibly from a few generations, and who knows how those were all stored. Some can be really good, some can be really bad. So it's fun to kind of experience it. But again, it is something that It was made a long time ago. It doesn't age anymore in the bottle, but it can change
Hmm.
how it tastes in the bottle. So it's a little different.
That is super cool. Well, I'm not up to this point a big bourbon drinker, but I would like to step into that. I feel like I'm getting old. I think I need to start expanding my taste buds. So maybe I'll have to attend that. Guys, if you're watching and you know of an event in our community that we might have missed mentioning, please make sure to drop that in the comments. We want everyone to know what's happening in our community and be able to come out and be a part of that. Phil, am I correct in saying that if you have an event coming up, I know with our new event space, a lot of people have been reaching out to me with like community events and stuff that are going to happen later in the year. If you know of an event coming up, go ahead and shoot that to us. That way we can put it on our social media, put it on our website, and then discuss it when it comes closer to time.
Yes, and me and John O'Brien are working on a form, a way easier way to submit events
Great.
because it needs to happen, and I should have already had it done this week, but I'll have it done in the next week.
Yeah. Poor Phil has been under the weather. So if we feel your pain if you've been sick over the last couple of weeks, I feel like everyone has. So all right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump in and give you guys a little housing market update. So, of course, here, the research that I'm bringing to you is through the Heart of Kentucky MLS. It's all our local real estate market. We look at the whole Hardin County area. So, this past week in Hardin County, we saw 26 new listings. So, to give you an idea of the dates of that, that was December 29th through January 5th. So, 26 new homes came to the market. My assumption is they were kind of waiting until after New Year's, and they've all hit. We actually had 11 homes go under contract in that same week. So there was a lot of buyers that have been waiting or looking for that right property. And 12 homes closed. So there's 12 families that moved into their new homes over the last week. Now, it's important to put that into context. This time of year is traditionally one of the slowest periods in real estate. Late December and early January are typically quieter, and we usually see buyer activity begin to pick up as we move into late January and February. So if you're looking to sell, now is a really great time to get in there and get your home ready and start evaluating your options. Because as we move late January, February, that's when you see the busiest season of home selling and home buying out of the entire year. The average home is selling in 95 days right now. Now, to give you some context, of course, as I mentioned, this market is generally slower at this time of year. Earlier in the year, like in August, we were seeing more of a 70-day average, so that has creeped up just a little bit. But for some information, we had a $1.2 million house. My team didn't, but there was a house that came on the market, and it came on January 2nd, and it was under contract by January 4th. So just to give you some idea, things, if they are priced correctly and they are presented well, things still move fairly quickly. When it comes to pricing over the last 30 days, I did pull a little bit bigger for this information. The average list price in our area was $341,259, while the average sold price came in at $299,926. That gap, what that gap tells us is that buyers are still price sensitive and negotiating. And so as a seller, you're going to be prepared that you're probably going to come off just a little bit, or there's going to be some type of concession included in the sale. A little interesting. So last week, we were sitting at roughly 4.5 months of inventory on the market. That has already dipped heading into January. So we dropped down to 4.2, not a major drop. But what that tells me is that things are doing as they are supposed to do, picking up a little bit, and the market is speeding up. For sellers, this means presentation and pricing are key. Homes that are priced right and show well are still moving, while overpriced homes are sitting. This is all you need to take from this. We are in an extremely balanced market. Anything over 5 months of inventory means it's a buyer's market. We're right there at 4.2. So it is not really a seller's market. It is not really a buyer's market. It is about proper pricing. It is about presentation. And on the buy side, you've got a lot of options. So there's about equal power on both sides right now. So we're seeing those homes still go quickly, but then 95 days on average is your sale time. So just be aware of that as you're entering the market, that yes, you do have power as a buyer, but we're still in a pretty balanced market. I wanted to touch a little bit. There's been a lot of conversation around the Blue Oval slowdown and how that could impact our local housing market. I've been asked this question a lot over the last couple of weeks. While it's still too early to point to any direct effect on how home prices, we can measure some trends in sales activity, inventory levels, and how quickly homes are moving to help us determine. Right now, the data does not show a major pullback. I think where we're experiencing that pullback is obviously in rentals. I think there's a lot of rentals that have opened up, and I think that impact there is being felt. But on the other hand, for those watching, if you are a renter, I think that could have some benefit because I think when we saw Blue Oval come into the area, we saw a spike in those rent rates because there wasn't enough inventory. So, not that this in any way is a benefit to our community, but I think what you're going to see is some of those rent rates come back into alignment with what they actually should be versus being inflated due to the amount of people that poured into our area rather suddenly. But right now, in the housing market itself, the data does not show a major pullback. Buyer interest remains steady and inventory is holding at a healthy level. So we'll be watching this information really closely over the next 60 to 90 days. Of course, we're going to measure this information weekly and bring it to you, and then we'll put that information into a tracker and evaluate if we're seeing a dip due to that. Unfortunately, a lot of these things are measured in the past. Like we look in the rearview mirror and we can see the impact. It's kind of hard to judge how much of an impact we're going to experience looking forward. So we'll try to measure that and we'll bring that to you all in real time as we determine where we're seeing that impact. Markets don't shift overnight. They move in patterns. And as of today, the numbers still reflect stability here in Hardin County. As always, real estate is hyper-local. National headlines don't always tell the full story at home, and that's why we track the data weekly. I'll continue to keep you all updated as the market evolves. So yeah, that's my housing market update for you guys. So
Rachel, with you being in housing,
Yeah.
and Kevin Parrott has pointed it out before. He's a very smart man, works at ECC. People forget that Hardin County and E-Town was in a housing market shortage before Blue Oval was ever a thing.
correct.
So as much as this is going to seem like I'm heartless saying this, it seems like because of the speed that all these apartments finally got built when we've been waiting years, if not decades, that there will be a correction somewhere down the line. Do you kind of see that?
I agree with you. Of course, I think, they all came to appeal to that growth that we were experiencing. But I do think, we needed those for a very long time. And what we're continuing to see, a lot of the clients that we're working with to either place in rentals and or homes, they're coming from out of state, right? And it's not always a military move. Sometimes it's just coming home. Sometimes it's the cost of living that's drawing them here. I mean, Elizabethtown is a great community. We're considered a suburb of Louisville. Nashville has gotten so big. Bowling Green is overflowing. So now people are transitioning this direction. I think we are a corridor for growth, and we've been that. I remember my dad telling me that as a little girl, that Elizabethtown would experience the growth that we're seeing today. And so I think it's a great place to live. It's a very safe community, great school districts. So sure, I think this momentary adjustment with what's happening out at the Ford plant, it has its impact. I spoke with a seller the other day, and he was one of the team members that got laid off, and it broke my heart for them as they try to adjust and figure out a new plan for income. But I do think that was something that was needed in our community, and I think that we're going to see rent rates come back into a more consistent level playing field where people can afford to actually be in a home again. We manage almost 400 rentals in Hardin County. We thankfully have not seen a major exodus. All of ours are staying full, but we are speaking to our owners that, hey, there's some adjustments that have to be made due to the amount of options that are available. So I think it's a good thing. It not good. Hopefully we see that plant repurposed and massive growth continues in our community. But I agree, Nate. I think it was addressing an issue that was already present before all of this happened.
I mean, that's kind of the way that I saw it, because I've heard it for years that people couldn't move in, and I actually, for where I work, we did lose some people that went to Blue Oval, but they didn't move. I mean, they were already Hardin County going to
Yeah.
Shepherdsville,
Yeah.
and some of them have already found jobs again because there are so many warehouse jobs in Shepherdsville, and they pay pretty well. I've told you all, I'm very happy doing what I do.
Good.
So it wasn't like it's not like we got 5,000 people moving to Blue Oval overnight, all from out of state, all from out of Hardin County, because that's not what happened. Now, there were some, and there were, like, I know somebody mentioned to me that they came from Tennessee to take a job and then lost the job 3 months later, and that
Mm,
sucks.
that's
That
painful.
makes hard. But it wasn't like we just had this influx of people that now have nowhere to go, because that wasn't really the case. But on the flip
Yeah.
side, it did help the market with all the apartments that are going on right behind the mall or the Jewel, but hopefully it fixes the prices, because I think we all agree that that's a little bit too pricey for our blood. But I think eventually, yeah, the prices will come down.
I think so as well. All right. Any other questions about the housing market before we jump in with Nate? All right. How many months of inventory, guys? I'm kidding.
4.2.
Oh, look at Phil listening. I'm so impressed.
95 days on the market.
I like it. Y'all are going to be able to talk like realtors when you leave this podcast.
No chance.
All right, Nate. So you've got business updates for us this week. What's happening in the local business world as we kick off 2026?
I think the biggest one is Club One Fitness. I know people are excited about it. It is open. They had posted before and after pictures of the gym. I missed the basketball courts and some of the stuff they do with that, but it's they basically said for now it's going to have the E-Town swim feel that we all know and love, and the classic. May even smell like the '80s. I don't know. I mean, take that, Stranger Things. But it's they do need to obviously need to make some money, to spend money too. So there's a lot of things they still want to do. That obviously still don't know anything about the outdoor swimming pool. I know that's a big thing, but they had some great rates. I think it was like $19.95 a month is what I saw, and they're starting to get the swimming schedule open. But Club One Fitness, if you don't know, it is the former E-Town Swim and Fitness Center off Ring Road next to Kroger. But it's back.
So they are officially open, Nate?
I believe this week. I think it was today or Thursday, but yeah, they are open this
That's
week.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the pool hours. You'll have to check their website and check their Facebook page for what they're still doing there, because I know that they want to. Lots of people want to use that pool. It's one of the few indoor pools that's in Hardin County, so they got to figure out how to do open swims and senior swims and aerobics and competitive swimming. I mean, you got so many people that want to use the pool, and it's still only one pool.
Yeah.
So, and then they still don't know if running it 24/7, like people swimming 3 a.m, is that even good security wise? Is it good financially? Will people even do it? So
Yeah.
you gotta make things that that's not hard. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not easy to do something like this, because you get so many people pointing you from so many different directions that want a piece of you. And it's one of those, you're not going to make everybody happy. I mean, you can try your best, and I think they are going to do their best. I think they want to help the community. They've done this. I've met Dustin. I've met Chad. They're great people. We've worked with them before. And I think it's going to be a good thing. People just need to give it some time.
I think I read the News Enterprise had a good article yesterday or today about it. I think it said that they got 1,500 members already signed up.
I think that's pretty
cool.
solid. I mean, I don't know what they were shooting for, but that seems good to me.
Yeah, I know we sent them a lead list of over 125 or 50 from that one live stream we did. So I think they're right on their way to accomplishing their goals and plans.
Good for them. That's great. All right. What else do we have, Nate?
We got another opening. Continue just the downtown trend of that's where John works and drinks and lives. The Straight and Narrow is owned by the Greenwell sisters, Olivia and Catherine. If you might know them from Denison and some of the other things that they've had, it's a high-end cocktail bar, which I don't drink, so I'm actually gonna defer to John in a second about this. You have to get reservations, and it's not on like Open Table or anything. It's appointment only. Go to our Instagram page, and there's a link there. John, as the bourbon guy and someone who works in that field, what can you tell me that can explain it better than what I'm going to be able to?
So yeah, like they're not gonna have draft beer. It's not gonna be a bar like that. They're not gonna have draft beer. They're not gonna have the expansive list of beer. Do I think that they'll be able to make you any cocktail that you want? Probably so. But they also have a curated list that they want to make. That's kind of where they want to stay. I think that's where they want to be at. Um, right now, I think there's a couple of gin cocktails, a mezcal cocktail, tequila, and vodka cocktail and a rye whiskey cocktail. No bourbon cocktails on the actual menu, but again, they'll have bourbon, I'm thinking, and they'll be able to make you like an old fashioned or anything like that too. They do have some bottled beer available, very limited on that. One NA option, which is always good to have. It's kind of we've got them here at Bourbon Barrel Tavern. I feel like if you go to a bar and they don't have an NA option, they're missing out because there's always somebody that needs that, and that's a good option to have. And they
Agreed.
got some other bubbly wines as well. And even if they can't make you, if you don't have an NA beer, they can make you an NA cocktail. Like I said, that's super easy to do. They'll probably have you on that. But again, as far as I can see, it's appointment only. I have my appointment for Thursday. Uh, I'll be at the bar sitting there Thursday at 7:30. If anybody wants to come join at that time, come on down. I'll be working Wednesday here at BBT, but that's when they officially open, right?
Yeah,
Nate?
yeah, I believe
And
so.
they had a soft opening this past weekend where I think they were just letting anybody come in, but it is limited. Like I said, I think they maybe 10 bar seats, and then maybe up to 20 like seats. So not very much room inside there. Hence the name, straight and narrow. That S&N, as I like to call it already.
That's a good nickname. Did you? Is this in the old Cobbler's Cafe building?
It is. It's the one they just repainted brown, maroon. I guess my color palette's off. I mean, Rachel's the housing person, so she would have to tell me exactly what that color is because I called it brown or maroon. I'm not even sure if that's right. But yeah, I ate there when it was Cobbler's Cafe several times. We got breakfast there. And I think John's right. Like if it held more than 5 tables in Cobbler's Cafe, I'd be shocked because I can't remember. I'm sitting there trying to remember it in my mind. We usually always sat at the same table, and I can't remember more than 5 or 6. Which before you get to the counter with the goodies and the coffee and everything else. So yeah, it's not a very big building, but it does give us something very very smaller. Like if you're not people that like the bigger atmospheres and you like kind of doing that stuff, I think it does fit a niche.
I think so. I used to travel a lot, and there's this one place I'd always go to when I was in New York City called 9 to 5. It kind of reminds me of it. It's just a small place, just like this thin, but it had great atmosphere. I went there every time I was there because I just loved the people that own the place, and I think that's kind of what they're shooting for here. I added the link to our link tree at hardinlocal.com so you can find their Facebook page.
So they also those girls they're doing a great job downtown. Just like Stacy has, just like Kevin has, just like Todd has. They've got a couple other things up their sleeves too. So this is just the first of one of the things that they'll be opening possibly by the end of this year. I don't know, but they've got some other things downtown on the strip that they'll be involved in too. So it's just great to see downtown continue to bloom and grow and give more stuff. When I wrote it off way long ago, and I was way wrong about it. So sticking with new openings, Capri, which is the new fine Italian dining, was supposed to be opening this week. They have had a delay. They will not be opening today. They are in the former Namaste. Did I say that right? Namaste? Namaste? I don't do Indian. That's where Namaste started, next to La Quinta. So you need to go into the La Quinta parking lot. If you try to drive around, you will fail. I have done so. It's not the easiest parking lot to get into, but it is a nice building. I counted it the other day. It seats over 100. I mean, I think it's 116, I believe. 4 to 6 people tables. So there's some too, but usually if you do like 4 to 6, that way if it's group will still fit. I have posted the menu. I did send it to Phil. I don't know if we'll add it here or what.
Yeah, we got some of it.
Oh, that's Laker. My bad.
That's I do have it. Let's see.
There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so that's what it is. There's the phone number. They're gonna be like a lot of places are gonna be closed on Monday, which I think makes sense because we're kind of slow. They do have a slope, and I think the prices are reasonable. I mean, I'm not a huge foodie, but dinner for less or lunch for less than 20. I mean, I think the most expensive meal on the menu was 32, and that was veal. I know, like I said, I'm not a foodie. This is where Brenten would be great, but veal's not cheap, no matter where you go. I mean, yeah. So there's a veal at the bottom. I think it says 28, 27. The veal signature. And they are going to have a lot more wines than they do have at down in Glasgow. But these are the same people that did Glasgow Napoles, which is award winning down there.
Oh.
So I think it's gonna be great. I mean, especially when it opens, they when they said they open, they'll let me know and we'll help share it because I've worked with Matt before. I walked in this a couple times, just randomly walked in the door and saw what they were doing. But they've turned that building around. So if you're thinking, oh, it's got to look just like Hoodoo's or Southern Nights, that's no. They've put in high quality brick and stone. They've got better lighting. They've redone the bathrooms. Like it's been redone. That's why it's taken a little while, but they want it to be done right. It's supposed to be done quick.
I'm super excited about that place.
And they do have a Facebook page. I'll share it again, but they do have one that's growing. So
I'll get that stuff added to our page too. The actual pictures of the menu, so everybody can zoom in on them.
Sticking with Italian, I do love Italian, especially pizza. Luke Foods, if you've ever seen him on TikTok, he's based out of Barron County or Hart County. I know it's either Cave City or Horse Cave. I don't know exactly where he's from. But he's somewhere down there, but very viral guy. Like as much as we've grown, he dwarfs us. So he's a big deal when it comes to food. He just hit up Little Charlie's. He's doing a Kentucky best of Kentucky pizza. And I think he gave Little Charlie's a 9.2.
Wow.
And a lot of people I saw in the comments said they didn't know about Little Charlie's. Said I found him, so that's good for us. Zeke Darway, if you didn't know, is the manager of Little Charlie's. He's the one that helped sponsor two of the local meals that we did, and they're a fantastic place. And they do, and as kind of like Brenton said, they do more than pizza. They've got sandwiches that are really good. They can do pasta. They can do all sorts of things. So it's not just single slice New York mall airplane pizza. They do a lot of things, and they do it very well. But Luke did. He also went over to Jailhouse, which I'm like an obvious know and love over Meade County. I think if you're from Hardin County, you don't know about Jailhouse, you're missing out. Because going out to the river and eating pizza overlooking the river is a fun afternoon. And he liked Jailhouse as well, and I love Jailhouse too. I'm not gonna turn down pizza. And so, but it was great. If you would go on there, it's on his TikTok page, it's on Facebook. It's got hundreds of views and clicks and comments already. But it was great that little Charlie's can kind of hit that mark, and somebody would promote them like that, and in a good way. Like he didn't give him a bad review; he gave him a very good review.
I love watching him. That's pretty exciting for Little Charlie's. I'll have to go find that video.
So that's about all I got right now. I mean, I'll have a couple more things next week, but those are kind of my 4 big talking points that I have this week.
Great. Well, Phil, did you have something?
I just added the menu to Hardin Local's page, like as a post with
Okay.
all the pictures. so
Oh, thank
people
you. Good job.
can Check that out.
I am super excited about that. Besides Olive Garden, do we even have any really Italian here?
I
True
bet it-
Italian?
Unless
Nope.
you're talking about pizza or Fazoli's, at least in
Yeah.
Newtown.
I mean,
We used to have the gondolier back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Gondolier was a chain too. People forget about that. It's a chain.
Oh.
Town.
I thought that was a local thing. I had
No,
no
it's
idea.
a chain. I don't think it looked like a chain in that building, but it's very much is a chain. I
Yeah.
saw a couple of them I saw one in North Carolina when I was in Charlotte. I've seen a couple of them in Alabama, in Ohio. They're still around. And then people forget Pasquale's way, way, way back when. Gray hair.
And
Uh,
there used to be a
Pasquale's-
place downtown Vine Grove too. I forget the name of that place, but there was a place downtown Vine Grove that was Italian for a little while.
But yeah, I think it's something we really don't have. I mean, when K-pop came in, that's something we didn't have.
Yeah.
The Mongolian Walk Yummy Bowl that's coming in, it's a chain. That's something we don't have. I mean, there's we do have our coffee places that people talk about, but Yolkfell is still different. Vibe is still different. So I like when somebody was able to come in and bring something different, and it's going to be a nice float balloon to see if we can support. Leah, I love gondoliers too. Like as much as I like Fazoli's breadsticks and Texas Roadhouse rolls and the Ruby Tuesday Bay biscuits, it's like gondolier I like their stuff too.
How long have they been gone? I mean, I can remember eating.
Oh, it's been probably over 20 because I was
Wow.
probably in my early 20s working for the News Enterprise when I last remember Gondolier being open, because that Mexican place has been there at
Yeah.
least over a decade, if not going on 15 now.
Which I love going there too, so that's okay. But yeah, I miss them. I'm super excited about Capri. They had the best fried zucchini. I don't think I got to try that. Dang it! I love fried zucchini.
That scares me. Like, so if it's green and not a Skittle, I'm probably not eating it. So
Love you, Nate. All right. Well, great updates to start the year. Audience, if you have business news to share with us, drop it in the comments or submit it at hardinlocal.com. We want to hear about what's going on, and we try to keep a heads up and try to get all the info, but we need your help. So if you know of something that's going on in our community or coming soon, make sure to drop it in a comment. That way we can
I still
know.
need to get out to your place, and you've renovated it.
Yeah.
I still need to get out to Sheen Company. They've done a great job over there. Shanice has been great with us. There's a lot of places I still need to get out, and I haven't been inside the pottery place yet. I have been inside Bloom, and Bloom's doing some more stuff. But there's lots of places that have opened I still haven't been into yet. I need to go in and say hi, walk around, do my video thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've had some setbacks, but we've also got a lot of things coming. Publix, Kroger, all the restaurants are coming with them, all the stores. Somebody texted me the other day. It's like, what's going on next to Dollar General over by Service Eye? That's Baskin Robbins and whoever else is coming. The new donut stop out by Buford Lane's not open yet. The new medical thing out by Buford Lane's not open yet. You've got what do you call it, John? The World's Fair food court over at Toasted Yolk. Those buildings with all the international food that we have out there between Tequila
Still
House.
out there.
Yeah, Tequila House is a great friend of the show and helping put on putting our event. Wasabi, which is who I have for Christmas. Cats International Market was out there. The baseball card shop, and then plus those two new buildings that are coming out there. One of which has a drive-through. So somebody you would think probably restaurant dining, unless it's going to be a bank with a drive-through. It's probably going to be a restaurant or dining or eatery of some sort. It's probably going in that spot. So many things on the way.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, and so that kind of sums up our business update. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Britten and Michele are taking this week off, but they will be back next week with another delicious food review. So we don't have anything to make you hungry on this episode today, unfortunately. But
John's still here.
one of my New Year's resolutions is to eat a little healthier. So Britten and Michele are going to have to go to some healthy food options for me. All right, guys. Well, before we wrap up, let's make sure we didn't miss anything. I think we pulled. Oh, it looks like we've got a comment there that came in.
We got one more from Leah. Thank you for your comments, Leah.
Yeah.
I don't think we know yet which coffee shop is going
It's
there.
not going to be Starbucks. We know that because Starbucks is going to Kroger. And I've been told it is not Seven Brew. Because Seven Brew, the only one that we know of right now is the one that's going next to Wendy's, Shoney's, that one. If I had to guess, it's going to be another Dutch. But that's just me. I don't have anything official for that one. And then I've heard there may be a fast food chain that people have been wanting, also going with Publix in the spot that was already accounted for. Haven't confirmed that one yet. But somebody's definitely had a spot and knows that they're going there, and they're not just taking it because Publix came. I mean, they're going there. But I think the coffee place will probably be Dutch, but maybe Heine Brothers could be somebody else. Could be one of the other ones. But
It's just best guess.
yeah, I don't think it's
we don't know.
I don't think it's Starbucks.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, guys, do any of you all have any shout outs, either personal or business, you want to share before we sign off?
If you are a Disney fan, which I've been known to be, Disney has some really good rates going on right now. Buy 4, get 2 days free. And they also, if you want to take your kids, and we did this. One day this past summer, we stayed at Coronado Springs, and our check-in day, we got to go to the water park with the Typhoon Lagoon. Those waves are massive. It knocked me off of the back row, and I looked for Courtney's shoes in the ground somewhere. So, but they include the water park for free now on check-in day. And both Disney water parks will be open this summer. If you want to book a Disney vacation, whether it's cruise line, hotel, I happen to know a person inside my house. Courtney does a very good job, and amazing deals. Like I wish we did. We already have vacations booked for 2026. If we hadn't, we would take advantage of one of these. Because if you're a Disney fan, yes, there is a lot of construction going on, but there's a lot of good things about Disney right now, especially the rates. These are some of the best ones I've seen. And if you hit up a local travel agent like my wife, they can hook you up.
Does she help with cruises, Nate? Because that's my.
Oh, we just booked a Carnival cruise. This will be our first Carnival cruise ever. We actually booked it over the weekend because my parents go down to Florida every summer in PCB, which gets ungodly hot on July 4th. So I was like, I don't need 7 days on the same beach in Panama. I will fry by day 3. So we were like, okay, let's look at a cruise or something. And we was like, oh yeah. So New Orleans, about 4.5 hours, 5 hours from Panama. So we're gonna catch a cruise out of New Orleans. It'll be my first time in New Orleans, and I'm sure John says I could probably drink pretty well down in New Orleans.
There's a lot of good spots down there. Not just that, there's food places down there are amazing as well. Oh man, so many good places.
I'm getting a bidet, not just Disney bidet. I'm getting a real bidet this time.
Yeah.
Cafe Mod all the way. But we're gonna drive, make the drive 5 hours and catch a Carnival cruise. It goes to Cozumel, which I love, and Progresso, which will be our first time there, and we get some neat excursions set up, and it allows us to experience the brand. Like it's one good thing to be able to book something, but it's also something else to be able to speak from it. It's like, hey, I know I'm a customer of theirs. Here's the good things. Here's how you can compare it to other. Like I've done high end like Disney. We love Royal. We looked at MSC, and we actually found somebody MSC cruise and a celebrity cruise. But I think Carnival, because I like burgers, so Guy's Burger Joints will be right up my alley. They have a barbecue place, it'll be right up my alley. And it's not a huge ship compared to some of the other ones. So I think it's going to be a good fit. And if nothing else, let's just go to New Orleans for the first time. Let's just drive to a cruise instead of flying in for the first time. There's a lot of good things to like about it. And it's not a bad drive going home. Like New Orleans I think it's probably easier drive coming back than PCB is.
Yeah, New Orleans is a great spot. One of my favorite, most unique towns in the country, I think. But if you do want to get a hold of Nate and his wife to do that, check out hardinlocal.com and you can find Nate's contact info and you can reach out to him there and get a hold of her. Bill asked, and I think we already answered this question. Is that a Baskin Robbins?
That's Baskin Robbins. It's a 3. It's really started especially the last week or two. That's why probably more people are asking about it. Last week or two, it's really had a lot of movement there. It's going to be Baskin Robbins. It's going to be a 3rd. So the one by the hospital is not closing, which people at the hospital love their ice cream. So that's a golden spot. And then obviously John Hardin being on North Dixie is a golden spot. So I don't see either of the 2 closing. I was told it's a 3rd. There will be 2 other spots, possibly one of which will be a restaurant or eatery as well. We don't know the other 2 yet.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, here's how you can stay connected with Hardin Local. Go to hardinlocal.com for all of our links and resources. As Phil has mentioned multiple times, he puts those up a lot. So you want to stay in connection with that website. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So please follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and definitely follow us on Facebook. And don't forget, as Phil mentioned earlier, this Friday at 1 p.m., we're going to go live with Sheriff Ward and the Hardin County Sheriff's Office. So please submit your questions in the comments or message them to us through social media. Guys, Phil, Scott, John, Nate, thank you all for being here with me today to kick off 2026. This is going to be an amazing year for Hardin Local. And to everyone watching, thank you for being part of the Hardin Local community. We're so grateful to start this new year with you. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.